Hello friends, now we'll see the scope resolution operator. Scope resolution operator is used to resolve the scope of a particular data. Now what do you mean by scope? Scope means where the lifeline of that variable or the data member is. Now, scope resolution operator means what? Scope resolution operator means to resolve the scope of a particular data. Means scope means a lifeline. Lifeline means a particular data or the member functions is alive from what scope to next scope. That means the first bracket to the last bracket, till that time the scope or the lifeline of that variable is present. Outside that lifeline, that variable is not accessible. That means the identity of that variable is inside that block. But if you want to access that variable outside that block of code, then how we can do it? So to perform that, we having the operator that is scope resolution operator. Now we see in the detail. A member function can be defined within the class definition or separately using scope resolution operator. The sign of the scope resolution operator is 2 colons. Defining a member function within the class definition declares the function inline, even if you do not use the inline specifier, right? But if you want to define a member function using scope resolution operator, you have to use the following syntax. That is return type, that class name, scope resolution operator, function name, parameter list which are present for this function, bracket open, the body of that function, bracket close. So if you want to define any of the function, firstly you have to define or you have to write the return type of that function. Fine. Then for which class it belongs. Then the scope resolution operator, the name of the function and the parameter and the body of your function. Now, here the class name is the name of the class to which the function it belongs. The scope resolution operators tells the compiler that the function FNC name belongs to the class name. That is, the scope of the function is restricted to the class name specified. That means consider by default if two class having the same function name, and if you have forgot to specify the class name, then compiler will give you the error that which function it's declared. So you have to specify the class name and the data type of that particular class. Next, we'll see the example. Class, my class. Inside the my class, I created one data member as int a, which is private. Then void set a int num. So I've created a member function which is void set a with the parameter int num. But for this member function, I have not provided the function definition. Just I have specified the function signature or prototype. Then int get a. This is a function which is used to get the value of a. This is also not provided the function definition. But without the function definition, how the function will get work? So for that, you have to provide the function definition. So how we can do that? See, void, the return type of that function, my class, that is the class which it's belong, then scope resolution operator, the function name and the parameter int num. So with the help of this signature, you can define any function outside the class. Now we are providing the definition as a equal to num. So whatever the value of num will be provided by the user, that value will get assigned to variable A. This variable is defined in my class. Then next function, that is int, the return type of get A, my class, that class it belongs, then scope resolution operator, get A as a function name, and the definition of that function, that is return A. So we are saying you have to return the value of A. After done with this, if you execute this code, you will get the output as A as 10. How we get that? Because when you are calling set A, you are specifying the value as 10, and when you are performing in the scope resolution operator, you are saying return A. So at the time of returning, you will get answer as 10. So the returning of the value will be 10. Now we see the another use of scope resolution operator. Another use of scope resolution operator is if you want to access any global data which is not present out inside the class, that means it is declared outside the class. So how we can use it? You can use it with the help of scope resolution operator. Now we'll see in the detail. Another use of scope resolution operator is to allow the access to the global version of a variable. In many situations, it happens that the name of a global variable and the name of a local variable get same. In this, while accessing the variable, the priority is given to the local variable always by the compiler. So, if we want to access the global variable, that time you can use the scope resolution operator to get the accessibility of a global variable. For example, I can tell you like int m equal to 5. Then inside the void main, I am saying int m equal to 5 and cout m. If you execute this code, you will get output as 5. But this is which 5? This one or this one? No. Always compiler will give you the accessibility of a local variable. But if you want to get the value as a m equal to 5, so that time what you can do as int m equal to 5 cout scope resolution operator m. So if you execute this code, you will get the output as a 5 with the value of this m. Thank you.